Any of you up for giving me an interview for YouTube? Would you give me an interview for YouTube? Just wondering why you're here today. I am independent. Watch my video. Would you be alright for giving me an interview? Would you give me an interview at all? Would any of you be up for getting an interview for YouTube?
Beg your pardon?
Interview for YouTube?
No, thank you.
No, alright.
These stories were given to the press, these stories were given to the police, and the police never told these stories. They were never written. The press ignored these people. The police ignored these people. And the courts and the government are coming after these 11-year-old girls. They're coming after these 11-year-old girls and these 8-year-old girls and calling them far right, saying they're extremists, saying that their family members are extremists. What do we think of that? What do we think of that? In the papers, all they're saying is like, oh, Nazi, far right, fascist, all these sorts of things. We're not shouting any of these genocidal things that they're claiming that we're shouting. Has anybody here called for a genocide? No! The only people that are calling for a genocide are the people across the road, because they want to see us replaced in our homeland. That's the true story of what's happening here. We owe it to our ancestors, we owe it to our children, we owe it to the next generations to secure our homeland for our people. And the first step to that is to send them home.
Any of you up for giving me an interview? Just pop. Any of you up for giving me an interview for YouTube? Would you give me an interview for YouTube? Just wondering why you're here today. I am independent. Watch my video. Would you be alright for giving me an interview? Would you give me an interview at all? Would any of you be up for getting an interview for YouTube?
Beg your pardon?
Interview for YouTube?
No, thank you.
No, alright. Would any of you be up for giving an interview? Interview for YouTube? Would any of you be up for giving an interview? Why are you here today for YouTube? What? An interview for YouTube? Interested why you're here today? It goes on as it is. I'm not changing anything.
Sorry?
Would you be interested in giving an interview for YouTube? I'm an independent journalist. Would you be up for getting an interview? No? No, not for giving me an interview. This is why I don't ask people, I don't get an interview. Does anyone be up for giving me an interview? Interview? Why are you here today? Interview for YouTube? No? Alright. Try to get an interview. I don't know to speak sometimes, but just ask them to be up for an interview. No one, it's like... I tried, I told you. I don't get any.
It's just too right way.
Yeah, man. See what I mean? I try.
She started sneaking as well, didn't she?
And I told you, they all go up and say, no.
And amongst them, like?
No, I just walked past them. That's why I got a bus the other way, because I was like, I want to walk past them and ask them, well, I need to up to give me an interview. All of them, no. And I'm like, why do you think I don't ask?
Oh no! I feel bad in my whole city! Oh, you're fucking over the
Now when the video goes out, I can say, well, you look at the start. I tried to ask multiple people.
Is that your heart or your arm members of the public? Over! Members of the public! Why are you going to start tweeting about her? Tweet about all these other world trophies and what about your own? God, you start at home. That's always been said, you need to have your own, our country's went to fucking shit. And you still try to protest all these things, you're trying to help others. We need to help ourselves first. Before we even think about helping anyone else like that. The country is fucked. We've been running. Yeah, but get over it. What's going on about the country? The first thing the country like that, we can run a park.
Homeless sleep on the streets.
Fucking
He was actually waiting to
People on the hotel.
That's a long thing.
Fucking shout me.
Just as you walk past him,
What does that tell you?
barrier.
Follow any person. Don't be. Take your parents walk out, come on. Take your parents walk out.
I actually almost got an interview with Maggie. Almost. She was waiting to come over and give me one, but then people go up and like, oh, he's not independent. And I'm like, how can I not be any more independent?
Speak to him, that's DJ, huh?
I know, so it's like, I literally said it would go out as it is, whatever you say is going out. But not one of them gave me an interview. It's like, people ask me my video, but I don't get anything. I asked but it's like, I've had a few where they have gave me interviews, so it's like, that's good, because I want to try and ask them why they're here, but I don't get anything.
For his fucking 3 meals.
Send them home! 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 Oh, you shouldn't walk the streets of Palestine. Oh, you shouldn't walk the streets. Shouldn't walk the streets. Shouldn't walk the streets of Palestine. Fucking stunt dodging bastards.
Fucking.
Blast your home.
Huh? I remember like about 5 people asked me about camera advice now, so. That should be fairly easy to do, to be honest with you. It shouldn't be that hard to do. The internal mics tend to be decent now, and the cameras, you know. Before he was doing motorbike stuff, you'll just hear the wind through that. Yeah, that's what a lot of people tend to be doing. Even if you get one of them wind things, the speed you're going, it will be accurate enough. I don't know, I walked up that way because I wanted to try and ask them for an interview. So I walked up that way and I was asking would any of you want to give an interview? None of them. They all got told not to, and then people asking my videos, why do you not ask them for an interview? I don't get them, so I'm like, there's no point in me asking, you know. Alright, well, I just went over and said, whatever you say will go out as it is, you know. I almost got one with Maggie, but I got told not to, so I was like, well, I said to them, I'm independent, here to come, whatever you say will go out, and none of them would give me an interview, so I was like, no. But then I'll get people complaining why did you ask me for an interview. It's going to be alright. It says on the app the weather'll be alright. I've got my drone and everything. Oh no, but I can't use the drone and one drop of water is I'm not risking it either. It's like too much money to risk. The rain's not bad to be honest. I feel like I don't like the price for my ones. I'm still buying them, but the price of them isn't nice enough. It's about like 200. I haven't seen on TikTok or anything all week. I've had work and then I've been editing, so I walked up the other way today. I walked up that way and I asked them all, would any of you give me an interview? I asked multiple of them, would any of you give me an interview? None of them. I almost got one with Maggie. Almost. I almost got on Magic. Almost got on Magic, but then she turned away. No, but they were offering a place like, high bid. I was like, I just said it would go out as you say it. Whatever you say, I'll just put it out. I was like, ask them all, any of you an interview.
That's a comfort for you. That's a comfort when I went to interviews, which is even their views based on there.
I literally said it goes out as it is. Anything you say, I will post it. But not a single one. And then I'll get complaints. Why didn't you ask them? That's what I've done at the like, I go over after them. I get likes. So it's like,
see your videos and they won't communicate. That's a problem. So
I've had interviews with them before. It's gone out as
that's right. That's right. So they tell me what they do.
but it's like riot. You can only try it in that thing, but not a single one. but yeah, you having people speaking today?
Yeah.
So move them a bit forward. If you're speaking, you're going to have a
What is it? Feedback?
kind of, but that's like, they should be a bit closer and you should be behind speakers technically, but it's distant as well. They can like that, that's right.
By the time the broadcast finished, by the time that we're not these cuts anymore, go box their knees.
Try that, see if that
We're supposed to be this what they're called.
Oh, there, look, next to Scylla. Finally gave up fucking horns a fucking bit. Aye. I told you I got to bring a dinghy to the next team. Aye, the cracker like. So I told her it was you.
talking here.
Be private, like, people that tell me. I walked down that way just to ask them all for an interview. I asked about 8 people at least. I asked Maggie Chapman. Maggie was close. She got pulled away though. So I get complaints saying why did you not ask them for an interview? I don't get them, so I'm like, that's why I don't ask, because they all get, I even had the people in high vis coming up, just dragging them away. And I'm like, that's why I don't ask, because I don't get interviews. I've said in all my videos, if you want to give me an interview, privately text me, I'll meet you somewhere. I'll have an interview, whatever you say, I'll go out. None of them want to give me an interview. I've had a few in the past, and it's like, they've gone out as they say it. They say so, and it goes out, you know.
They've got nothing to say, they know. They know they can't fucking answer the questions. They don't even know what they're protesting for.
I just asked them like, oh, can you maybe tell us why you're here today or something? A simple question. I was like, what's the point in asking? I'm just going to be, I'm just standing there talking to myself basically.
Don't demand this become an arse and then fucking refuse to answer.
I'm not going to pester them. If they say no, I'm like, right, I'll move on to someone else. You know, I'm not there to pester them.
All respect, right? But we're trying to get a man.
Like, not forcing them to give them an interview, but
Ask that question.
we expect at least 1 and 2 to maybe say a tiny thing.
I'm not interested.
I don't know if John here. So did I, but I've not heard an update from that. I know there is.
I think they did just. I think they just. So they what they just. All they did was just give them. Hey, like back the more people went. And they're trying to charge one big. Yeah, like one big joint hate crime. So there's a low substance. Oh, it's Is that Belgian Mountain Lion? No, yeah. Is that it's mine? We don't have love.
I'll go the other way. To give me an interview. As it is. Asked Maggie as well.
Oh really? She said no.
She was called. She was actually going to do that and then she went the other way. High vis. One of the people in high vis, what do I call it? I asked him. Yeah, that was I made that up somewhere wherever he's gone.
Took a picture of my motor over there. Aye.
It's good news that will come in to join us though, boys. One day you won't have to cover, mate. One day we'll be free, don't worry.
How we doing, buddy? Yeah, I'm not too bad.
I watched a different way. I watched a long way. I was walking out, no one. Maybe almost. I just had it. And I get it all the time. Why not give them an interview? Like, you don't get one. Oh, they've watched my stuff and they know it's about like this. There's something they can say about like, but you still will, you know. I asked them all, said anything the same as right as it is. Not one. Oh, how you doing? I was, we need to put his camera there. Even a professional, he's struggling. He needs to be struggling for life. Aye, that's a bit of time as well, they tend to not use it as much I haven't noticed that actually. George, easily! I know. I've not done that. Hey, look at that! Whoever came up with that was a genius. Come on, John, let us set up. Come on, you're getting paid for this now.
I know.
We're live, right. Can I get as many flags? Everyone with flags, can I get you standing behind me for these videos? It'll look good. As many people with flags standing behind us. Alright, Aberdeen, how are we doing today? Alright, let me start by reading you some headlines, okay? I'm going to read you 4 headlines. Okay, 11-year-old girl harassed by migrant predator at this hotel in Aberdeen. That's headline number 1. Headline number 2. Migrant predator indecently exposes himself to 8-year-old child by the hotel on the beach in Aberdeen. Migrant predator sexually assaults 75-year-old woman in Aberdeen. And 1 in 5 Aberdonian children live in poverty, while the council agrees to house 100 more illegal migrants that cross the channel. One thing all of these stories have in common is the fact that they're true. Does anyone want to guess another thing that they have in common? Any guesses?
Immigrant?
Okay, yes. Yes, it's a common theme, isn't it?
Yes.
The other thing that they have in common is the fact that these stories were never told. These stories were given to the press, these stories were given to the police, and the police never told these stories. They were never written. The press ignored these people. The police ignored these people. And the courts and the government are coming after these 11-year-old girls. They're coming after these 11-year-old girls and these 8-year-old girls and calling them far right, saying they're extremists, saying that their family members are extremists. What do we think of that? What do we think of that? And why? Why is this allowed to happen? Well, it's because we live in a society. Yeah, we are told, they are told to stand down. And we live in a society where the lives of our people have no value. We're not allowed to go into the street and say that the lives of white people matter. That's what they think. That's really what they think. And I'm saying today that we live in an anti-white society. A disgusting anti-white society that hates us. It wants to replace us. And there's people that want to do that and there's people that don't want to do that. But there are bad actors that we need to identify and work against. I'm here to say the lives of white people have value. Our children's lives have value. Our women's lives have value. We have value. We should be celebrated. We should be protected. And we should have our own backs. All right? Thank you, Dad. Will have our backs unless we have our backs. You're witnessing that now. They're abandoning us on a mass scale. Well, that's the meaning of White Lives Matter. And if you can't say the words, White Lives Matter, look at yourself in the mirror and ask yourself, can I seriously, in Scotland, not say that the lives of our native people matter? That's a real problem. Who else here thinks that's a real problem? Of course! That's your family and your children. They matter and they have value. And anybody that says that's extreme really needs to look at themselves in the mirror. And anybody that thinks, oh, we're going to play their game, let's play their game, and we don't want to say the words that they have banned. We don't want to say that. We want to be cautious with our words. If you think that you need to be cautious by saying that white lives matter, you think you shouldn't say that. You really need to have a look at yourself. Will the police say that white lives matter? Will the weird commies across the street say that white lives matter? No, they will not. No, will they not? No, they will not. And if you can't say that, you're in pretty bad company, all right? That's what I want to get across here. It's a very basic principle. And I want to tell you why these hotels can happen, why children being ignored by the police, why that can happen, why the stories of our people can be ignored. It's because we don't have that basic understanding that white lives matter. Yes. Without white lives matter, we will never stop the boats. Stop! Stop the boats is because the people coming on them don't value our lives and they come into this country and attack our people. Remigration will never be done without the foundation of White Lives Matter, and a safe homeland for our people will never be achieved. So when some girls in Southport, 3 white girls in Southport are attacked, we say White Lives Matter. When an 11-year-old girl is targeted and harassed by migrants in this hotel, we say that white lives matter. When Aberdeen students are targeted by the government, the press, the courts, and are having their lives ruined for saying the words white lives matter, we say white lives matter. All we want is a safe homeland. That's all we want. That's all we're here asking for. Who here wants a safe homeland? want a safe homeland? They couldn't care less. They couldn't care less. And the biggest threat to the safety of our homeland is becoming a minority in our homeland. That is the biggest threat. Scotland is not Scottish if there's no Scottish people anymore. And that's what we're heading towards. And it may seem far-fetched, but go to England, go to Birmingham, go to Bradford. There's no English people anymore. And what's happening here is the early stages of what's already happened down there. Thank you, Derek. Biggest back. Hey, round of applause for Derek over there. Come on. Top lad. Okay. If there's no Scottish people in Scotland, it's not Scotland anymore. And we don't want that future for our people, that's all we're saying. We're not here shouting, hurling. Again. We're not here shouting any weird, like the sort things you see in the papers. All they're saying is like, oh, Nazi, far right, fascist, all these sorts of things. We're not shouting any of these genocidal things that they're claiming that we're shouting. Has anybody here called for a genocide? No! The only people that are calling for a genocide are the people across the road, because they want to see us replaced in our homeland. That's the true story of what's happening here. The obstacles to our safe homeland are the press, the police, the courts, and politicians. But the thing is, everybody looks at these big institutions, right? Do we think that these are fairly big institutions? But the people in these institutions are hollow men. They are hollow men. The press is filled with hollow men. The police is filled with hollow men. How can you do such a job? How can you listen to the pleas of an 8-year-old girl, an 11-year-old girl, listen to that, go home and do nothing about it? Who else would be able to do that in this audience? Who else would be able to do that? I mean, seriously. And yeah, they're arresting people. They are arresting people, but have you noticed that they're flapping? Have you noticed that the press are flapping, that they are scared? That's why they're having to arrest people now. And they know that because they are massively, massively outnumbered by us. Massively outnumbered by us. And they know that the world is changing. In a couple of years' time, the police, the press, the people across the road, the courts, and the government will all be answering questions as to why they thought this was acceptable. They may have a bit of power now, but that power will fade. But what we have is the burning fire of the Scottish people. There are tens of millions of people in this nation who back us. And that's not just Scotland, the whole island. There are hundreds of millions of people across the world who back us, who are awakening. And now we saw the survey the other day, there are tens of thousands of people in Aberdeen who have awakened to this mess, and they back us. Well, what I'm saying now is that the dirt, this dirt beneath our feet, that is something that we are inseparably bound to. We are inseparably bound to the dirt beneath our feet. We have been here for thousands of generations, and we will not be leaving. No retreat, no compromise, no second best. This is the line, and we're not moving any further back. This is where it all stops, and this is where their weird world order comes crumbling down, and we take back our nation. We owe it to our ancestors, we owe it to our children, we owe it to the next generations to secure a homeland for our people. And the first step to that is to send them home.